business professionals, and today we are here to present a strategic and financial decision making on Maersk line. I am Keerti Nagi.
I am Moonmoon Sultan.
This is Emran Hossain.
This is Nadia Akhter.
This is Purna.
And this is Abdullah.
And here is our agenda for Maersk, which is company background, Maersk goals and objectives, environment analysis, industry analysis, competitive marketing strategy and adaptation. Furthermore, there are many much things we have done with Maersk, but apart from that, we have also done appraisal resources and capabilities, which is also known as VRIO analysis, case analysis, recommendation, conclusion, at the end, references. Our company background is Maersk AS, as I told you before. The description of the company was founded in Suderburg in April 1904 by Captain Peter Maersk Moller and his son Arnold Peter. It is a world's largest container industry known for reliable, flexible, eco-efficient services. The Maersk business also includes self-mooring and Sealand. The headquarters and international subsidiaries in Copenhagen. The main products and brands are logistics and services and shipping. The number of employees in Maersk is 70,000. The main goals and objectives of Maersk is the group will create value through profitable growth and by creating winning businesses. Apart from that, the groups seek to improve the return on invest capital by focus and discipline capex allocation, portfolio optimization, performance management. Also, the group intends to share the value creation by grow dividends in nominal terms and have bought back shares. Now, I will introduce my next colleague, Moonmoon, for the further presentation. Thank you.
Here is the internal strategic factors for our company. In the strengths, we can see that Maersk has very good performance in new markets, and they have also the reliable suppliers, and their distribution channels is very strong, and they have also successful track of developing new products, and they have also good returns on capital expenditure. Besides this, their free cash flow is very strong. On the contrary, in weakness, we can see that the company has high attrition rate in workforce, and secondly, the company couldn't make their financial planning efficiently and perfectly. Thirdly, they don't have any successful background at integrating farms. And finally, we can see another weakness, they are not very good at product demand forecasting. Here is the environment analysis. In social section, we can see that the population growth in Denmark is 0.36%, and it has medium impact on our company, and it will last for short term, and it is also important for our company, though we don't have any information for future population growth. Secondly, we can see that technology, the new technology, machinery and software, it has also high impact for our company, and it will last for long term, and it is also important, but we don't have any new technology will be introduced. And then economic section, we can see that the tax rate, it is 22% in 2018. It has also high impact for our company, though it will last for short term, and it is critically important for our company. And though we don't have any information about future tax rate now. The political section, we can see that new legislation and regulatory shifts, it has also high impact, and it will last long term, and it is also important for our company, but we don't have any information about future political stability. And in the environment section, we can see that environmental policy framework in 2018, it has medium impact for Maersk, and it will last long term, and it is critically important. And both are same for GHG emission and renewable energy. Those have long-term impact in our company, and both are important. The Denmark will use 100% renewable energy by 2025. And lastly, we can see that in legal section, law, government policy, it has medium impact for our company, and it will last long term. And though there is less chance of changing business laws in future. This is the case analysis, and we analyzed it between Denmark versus USA. In cultural section, we can see that in power distance, Denmark has very low power distance, but on the other hand, USA has very high power distance. And individualism, both countries have high individualism, and in the masculinity, we can see that masculinity is very low, and long-term orientation is also very high. In administration section, we can see that both countries have different cultures, different currencies and different legal systems, and also different political views. In geographic section, we can see that both countries have different geographical size, and their geographic distance is very high, and they have also different climates. And in economic section, we can see that both countries have the customers who have very high income rate, and they have also low cost and skilled human resources. And in tax section, we can see that both countries have very high tax rate. Now I am calling my another colleague to describe the slides.
Thank you, Moonmoon. Now I would like to present here the industry analysis, and the Maersk has advantage of being in the country which has the lowest risk of investment in the market. So we analyze that it's a freight forward company like industry, and forwarder or forwarding agent. Additionally, it's referred to a non-vessel operation business, and that could be a person or that could be a company, and that organizes shipment for the people or for the product which is supposed to go to the in the market or the consumer's hand. And this industry has full varied services. At the basis of the size, it may be a one carton package or a very big shipment, but it is included all that services, which is preparation of shipment and export documentation, and disposition, booking landing area, negotiation, freight charges, freight consolidation, landing insurance, and filing the insurance claims. Now, we also analyze that industry analysis on 5 forces basis, which comes competition first. In here, at the Denmark for the Maersk, there is a very high competition. Because of the high competition, customers have many options to choose what service they needed. And they can get the reasonable rate what service they are choosing. And due to the many competitors are in the market, they are reducing the prices as well. And for the new entrants, there is, because it's a democratic country and there is no such huge barriers to come in and do a business. So the barriers is very low. And buyer, there is not such much switching cost because of the many service provided in this business. So one customer can go to the another business or another services. So there is no many charges on this one. And due to the many suppliers also there in the market, and they are in the weak position, they don't have power to bargain with the companies. And finally here the substitutes, because of the products are the service provided are many one, so there is also chances of substitute, and they can get in the cheaper price as well. Now, how the Maersk is getting advantage with their competitors? Here we have analysis that the differentiation is the best category for the Maersk, because they have offered to their customers at the very low price also, premium price also. But the main important thing is that what the customer exactly needing for their service, for their work. So they offer the different rates of price service according to the client. That's why we believe that the differentiation is the best competitive advantage for the Maersk. And now I would like to call my next colleague for the further explanation. Thank you.
Thank you, Purna. Now I'm going to talk about the resources and capabilities for the Maersk company. The main resources for the company is primary, secondary, shares, equipment, and qualified staffs, and finally creditors. As we see, for the primary resources, they have strong capabilities for EBIT, and the impact on this for the company positively and the improvement And the secondary sources is the net profit, which is totally positive, and they don't have to go negative according to this. And the impact for this is they have really high accounting gain, and the shares resources, they use less expenses because on the impact will be the foreign exchange rate developments and dividends from the total SA. And if you see the equipment, they always use the highly and advanced tools to maintain their systems and everything, so they can run their company very smoothly and positively. And also they have qualified staff and skilled, who are very loyal and qualified in every parts of the business and their company. So if they face any problem or trouble, they can fix it themselves. So the impact on this is they have the proven knowledge to deliver service according to order and according to the demand. And finally, they have very strong creditors to back up and to support their business. And the impact on this is they don't have to pay very fastly, so they provide very long time to pay back their loan. And for the next slide, I would like to call my next colleague, Emran.
Thank you, Abdullah. Thank you, everyone. Here we also analyzes different competitors of Maersk to see the future of Maersk in terms of like there is so many competitors of Maersk, like so many different companies, but we choose 3 companies like the named CMA, CGM, Hapag-Lloyd and OOCL. We analyze their characteristics in terms of objectives and strategies, assumption and resource capabilities to forecasting what will be the future of Maersk and what strategies Maersk can take to compete with them. As CMA, CGM, they have a very strong customer certainty. They are very connected with the customers, and they are very open to challenge also, and they are very trustworthy to customers. So they are now want to take more market share in the industry. So Maersk should think about them, and also Maersk Maersk should also increase their network to face this challenge. We also analyze Hapag-Lloyd as a strong competitors. They are very strong in. Sorry for the interruption. They are very strong in continuously improving customer satisfaction and also undergoing the different phases with value creation. And for this, they also have different innovations, and always they have a very very improved R&Ds. So Maersk need to concern about that to increase their market shares. Also, Hapag-Lloyd have a very huge market share in Asia Pacific, like Australia and China, and those areas where Maersk don't have that much access. So if they want to Maersk want to access in those areas like Asia Pacific and China and South Asia, so they need to change their strategies on those areas. Next competitors we analyze is OOCL. They are also very strong competitor in the market in terms of their strategies, objectives. So they also very focused in timely services, and have a very experience in the market. So they also want to increase the share in the market. So Maersk also should change their strategies to compete with them in terms of the price, because they have a very low price in the market. So if Maersk want to compete with them, they have to check in different areas, different regions with the prices also. We also analyze the market share in two scale, in global scale and in the regional scales. In global scale, Maersk have very high number of market share in terms of fleet and the profitability. Also, their closest competitors in global scale is CMA and CGM. In regional scale, Maersk don't have that much access, but Maersk, we can see the highest number of fleet Maersk has is like in terms of computers. They have almost 3,000 fleets in their company, and also they have like almost the highest number of profitability as well, almost 6%. Where their closest competitor is CMS, CGMS. They have also almost like 4% market profitability they are sharing. And we also analyze the resource and capabilities that in terms of VRI analysis, we take different resources and capabilities to check they are valuable or not, they can be they are rare or not, they can be immediate or not, and how the Maersk can use those resources and capabilities to make competitive advantages, such as vision and leadership. Vision and leadership is a very valuable resources, but it's also rare, but it can be imitated, and it can be also it's going to also be a strong competitive advantage for the Maersk. And such as global and local pressure is valuable resources, but it's not rare, and it's also easily imitated, can be imitated, but it can be a competitive advantage if we can make a good strategy. Thank you. Now I'm on to invite my next colleague to continue the presentation.
Thank you, Emran. I'm here to present the financial performance of our company Maersk. We measure the performance of our company through some ratios like margin of sales, return on investment, return on capital employed, and return on asset. The very first margin of sales, so we see that the 3 years data here. The beginning year, there is a positive margin of sales, but in the 2017, the sales level will be increase of Maersk, so the margin of sales increases, but in 2018, the performance of our company is not good because the sales level decreases, that's why the ratio decrease. And the second ratio is return on investment. In both 2016 and 17, we do have the good performance because in that time they have the inflation rate high. So, but in 2018, the return on investment dramatically increased because the sales level increase and the others expenses will be controlled by our company. And then return on capital employed, same as the return on investment is not so good. But in 2018 we are turned around, and then the performance of our company will be good because the ratio proved that this. And the return on asset also in 2016 is good, but in 2017 is not good because we did not properly or efficiently use our assets. So that's why, and 2018 the ratio will be again dramatically increased. After analyze all the side of our company, as a management consultant group, we have some recommendation for our company. That is the administrator group must be communication with the shareholders properly and give them the relevant information to the shareholders, because shareholders are the most important part of our company, and they should be know about the policies and strategies that we have introduced in our company, or maybe change anything. We have to give them this knowledge. The second recommendation that we are going to give our company is that the policy should be the policy of our company must be related to the stakeholders' interest. And the third is the company should provide annual report quarterly, not in the semi-annually or annual basis. For that, we know the performance of our company after every 3 months in year. And then general meeting must be organize, and in that meeting we should give chance shareholders to take place and give their opinion, and they also know what inside in our company happens or things like that. And in every year, administrator board should a grip of the report from the management group to know how they are meet their performance and perform their responsibilities. And that's all from me. Now I'm called the next colleague to continue the presentation.
Thank you, Nadia. We are about to end our presentation, and finally we are in conclusion. So to conclude with, we have to say that Maersk has the lion's share in freight industry, and they run their business across 130 countries with highly and skilled and qualified person. So they are always trying to be on the top in the freight industry, and Maersk has the range of some customers who are very expert, and with this they want to just connect all the customers around the world with their service. So that was all from us. And
thank you.
thank you everyone.
Thank you.
There is the reference list of our
Yeah, there is the
presentation from
references.
where we took all the information for our analysis. And thank you all from our side for your attention.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.